Not saying that every single thing this author says is accurate, but I am saying that I have not fact checked all of his facts, but I am saying that it is actually exactly what I've been explaining to you, that when interest rates rise and the tsunami, I mean, we are really having a double whammy unlike anything we've ever seen before. We have the Fed massively raising interest rates very aggressively. And at the same time, quietly and privately, they're starting to run off their $9 trillion balance sheet, which is the quantitative tightening that the author is referring to. And that means that we do expect a lot of price contraction in markets and bond markets. And we expect a lot of capital to be a lot more expensive, a lot of projects not to be taken up. That is the engine of economic GDP growth on an ongoing basis in any kind of normalized economic society. And we're on the precipice of all of this. And it's very important that people do not look at all of these things in a silo. A food shortage that's happening, 10,000 cows that are dying from heat, which may or may not be unusual. But when you combine that with 95 different food instances, the Abbott labs, closing down and then finally reopening, we're getting our formula from Germany and Mexico. Is this the United States of America or is this a third world country? And then they reopen the formula lab and then they close it down again because it's now, flooded. I mean, it is just the most bizarre a combination of events and history that I've ever heard of. And the coming economic response globally is not going to be pretty. So we need to prepare for what is coming. We haven't been leveraging bonds at our practice for a good 3 years in a direct buy position. There are some structured portfolios and things that do have bonds in them as part of the structure, but as a direct buy for consumer portfolios, we haven't been to bonds for a good couple of years because this has been very clear that we were on a fast road that was going to lead to an ultimate pullback and collapse. And we do know that they want the Great Reset. They want us to move to global currencies, and they're really looking for eventually a kind of one world economic system that everyone can be on. And I don't know how close or how far away that is as part of what they're trying to do. They're definitely trying to push us towards that, but we are going to have a collapse. It's going to derail their system and their process in the meantime. So this is why these are unprecedented circumstances outside anything that we've ever experienced here in the United States. And you have to remember, the Federal Reserve is only 107 years old for us, 108 years old for us. It started in 1913. It was private corporation commissioned by Congress in 1913. And so we only have been in this experiment for 113 years. And it's not going well, and it's about to change completely and forever. So if you're not with an advisor that's talking to you about these things, if your advisor is telling you to stay the course and it'll all work out, if they don't understand this is the biggest tsunami of global convergence of events in the history of probably man's recorded time, then I think that you probably would do better on your own, to be honest. But you definitely need people that understand what's going on in this world. It is a crazy world out there, and I suggest that you take heed and take action.